How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional evening. All right, so this is an interesting article that I came across the other day, family. Kevin Spacey's, whether you're a fan of his or not, because I know he's had some legal troubles, even though he's been legally acquitted, but I know his career in Hollywood has basically gone into shambles because of what's going on. I mean, heck, you even see what happened to Diddy. You know, he's been arrested by federal authorities for sex trafficking. So what you do in the dirt, what you do in the dark, eventually will come to light. All right, but anyways. Nonetheless, this article talks about Mr. Spacey's home in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm from the DMV area, from the Virginia side, Woodbridge, Virginia, which is 30 minutes south of Washington, D.C. D.C., Northern Virginia, Southern Maryland, it's all connected. His house in Baltimore has been foreclosed upon. Heck, Baltimore is such a cheap city to live in compared to New York City and Los Angeles. It actually surprises me that he actually had a place foreclosed upon. This is the place that's actually behind me right there. So you can tell he was living on the ocean front. So this is much more of a well-to-do part of Baltimore, Maryland. But I would imagine a person like him who's been acting for over 30 years have a couple $1 million saved up. But you know, like I told people, telling people today, it's just like all the money in the world. If you don't know how to manage money, you will lose it, period. And it's, cases, like this. Think of it back in the 90s with MC Hammer. You can make millions of dollars a day. If you don't know how to manage money, you are screwed, period. And I'll leave it at that. All right. That's why financial literacy is important, and practicing financial literacy, because information without implementation is basically useless. But that's just my personal opinion. All right. I'm off my soapbox. I would think that, like I said, a megastar like him would have paid off, bought a place like this, cash money, paid it off, not even worried about having a mortgage. But I take it that wasn't the case. According to the article, the place was purchased in 2017 for $5,650,000 and is owned by an LLC with ties to the actor. At the time of the sale, the buyer's agent strongly denied that Kevin Spacey had bought the home. And I would imagine why, because nobody really wants to have any ties or connections with Kevin Spacey. But, for the most part, deeds and documents don't lie. All right. The same year, Spacey's then manager, Evan Lowenstein, claimed that the apartment was his and not the actor's. However, it does appear that the property is owned by the fallen star, because that's unfortunately what he is now. Fallen star, although likely not for long. And because of all the legal issues that Mr. Kevin Spacey has gone through, his reputation in Hollywood isn't as welcomed as it used to be. The article stated, and because I've noticed I haven't really seen him in anything lately, so this is just, it rings true. And it's, like I said, it's sad because you talk about one of the favorite actors that I grew up watching as a child to a grown man, but I'll leave it at that. All right, so... And because of all the legal issues Mr. Spacey's has gone through, his reputation in Hollywood isn't as welcome as it used to be. The article also stated that property records show a lien on the homeowners association fees, and a home may soon go to the highest bidder. During the uncensored interview, Kevin Spacey admitted that his home in Baltimore is being foreclosed upon and sold at an auction. He also stated that I have to go back to Baltimore and put all my things in storage. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to live now. He added he's going into foreclosure because I can't pay the bills that I owe. And really, at the end of the day, I'm talking about the subject matter. One can make all the money in the world and still end up in this kind of situation. And then, looking at the purchase price that he bought this place for $5,650,000. Once again, this is my perspective. It's easy to judge somebody's life when you're looking from the outside. But if I can afford to buy a home at that rate, and I would imagine, and I get it, you want the prestige, the seclusion, especially you being a star. Now, and of course, you don't have to worry about paying the egregious taxes that California and the state of New York have. But if I can afford that, then maybe this is crazy thought, in my personal opinion. Maybe I can buy a house for half that amount of money, maybe in a smaller, mid-sized city. Like, great example, Morgan Freeman lives in Mississippi. You know, he has places in like New York and California, but he actually, his home is in Mississippi, and I'm very sure that it's been paid off for a long time. So, personal opinion, if anybody's ever in this kind of situation like Kevin Spacey, where you can afford to buy a $5 million home, I would imagine you could spend basically $500,000 instead of $5 million, $500,000 on your dream home in a more mid-sized city in a nice, comfortable area, just in case things go bad, and have this crazy thing called a backup plan. Because that's what the U.S. economy for working and rich people is based off of. You know, how much do you have saved? How much do you have invested? If you're well-to-do, does the family have a home where it's paid off so you can pass it down to other family members from generation to generation, in order for you to, remain somewhat sustainable if things go bad. But like I said, this is having that mindset. It all goes back to having that mindset that I'm speaking of right now. Okay, thinking, because things can always go bad, even if you're a genuine person, even if you don't break the law, even if you don't have any assault cases on your record, things can go bad at any time. So that's why I just wanted to really put this out there. All right. Moral of the story is always have an economic backup plan. And if you can pay off your mortgage in order to ensure your economic house is in order, then I'd be like Nike and I would just do it. All right. When it comes to the details of the property itself, it's 9,000 square foot house on 5 levels, sits at the edge of a pier, as you see, and juts into the harbor, Baltimore Harbor, in the exclusive and gated pier homes at the Harbor View community. Every major city has its own little exclusive community. It's a combination of 2 townhouses, and it features 6 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, and 3.5 baths. Other details include a chef's kitchen, home theater, sauna, billboard room, and elevator. It also boasts multiple decks and a 76-foot roof deck with a spa. The home comes with a 4-car garage. So it sounds like a nice place to live. I mean, it looks very beautiful, especially for Baltimore. It's a nice place to live, and whoever was able to purchase the property will enjoy it, especially in the city of Baltimore, Maryland, which is being gentrified slowly but surely. The article ended on this note stating that Spacy's, because this article did come out in the year 2024, he's 64 years old, he's an Oscar winner, he starred in blockbuster films such as Usual Suspects and American Beauty. In 2017, allegations about sexual misconduct surfaced. Spacy's was taken off of the final season of the Netflix show House of Cards. Spacy has denied the accusations. He was found not liable in a New York lawsuit and was acquitted of charges in London. So I'm not saying he's guilty or not, because obviously he has been rendered not liable. So I didn't say not guilty, it says not liable. So it is what it is. But all I can say at the end of the day is it's sad with this situation, number one. But the main moral of the story, the reason why I chose this article from, because this is a real estate channel, is that even when you're flying high, anything crazy can happen to you. Have your financial backup plans on all levels, but especially if you are well-to-do, like Kevin Spacey was, ensure that you have a place in a cheaper location that's already paid off, so you can just put yourself in a great position to where even if you end up not being able to find the right amount of work, you don't have to worry about a mortgage. So I'll leave it at that. So on that note, family, don't forget to check out Patterson Oak Properties. We wholesale real estate in the DMV area, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Reading, Pennsylvania, all that good stuff. Check us out. Philadelphia, the whole 9. Links in the description, all that great stuff. All right. Don't forget, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual, retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase. For those platforms you're able to make some great investment moves, I'll get a $5 to $10 bonus for you signing up, and we go from there. That's how we make money moves together. Thank you for those who reached out, giving Cash Apps, PayPal, Venmo, just donations to the channel. It's always greatly appreciated. So I always say, you can't get fired if you own the company. Unfortunately, Mr. Spacy did not own a company. He did not own a profitable company, because he's in a position now where he is darn near, or if he might just be homeless. Now, like I said, when it comes to the quote unquote sexual allegations, I'm not going to say he did it. I'm not going to say he didn't do it. All I know is it states that he was acquitted for the allegations in the city of New York City and in London, the UK. So it's just one of those is what it is situations. If it's true, then it's terrible. If it's not true, then it's even worse because, someone's life has been ruined because of allegations. So I'll leave it at that. As I always say, do the great thiefy things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great evening. Make money moves, so you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care.